Good morning, afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in this world. And this is number 8. And I'd like on this one to talk to you about an experience I had not long ago. Now, the clergy are aware of this because I spoke to them and told them about it, but you don't know. So I thought I'd let you in on it, see what you think, and so that you can understand what I'm going to be talking about just afterwards. Now, like I said, a little while back, I had this sort of vision dream, and I think it's more likely to do with memories to start with. Now, it starts off, I'm in this cell, right, okay? I'm in this cell, and it is way back in the olden times in Israel. Now, I can tell because of the way that the walls were. Now, the walls themselves that this cell was made out was kind of like I'd say off-white, like a brushed effect, because it's like made out of something like straw or old type brick, and it's very, very smooth type walls. Best way I can describe it, you know, when you look at the Star Wars film and you see Luke going into to get something to eat from Aunt Beru, and how smooth and white those walls were, and it was kind of like that. Now, I'm actually chained whilst in here in this cell, and next thing I know, excuse me a minute, next thing I know is these guards come in. Now, they're not Roman, they're obviously like Palestinian type guards, dressed differently. Not the same as you would see the Sanhedrin guards, where it's like slightly different, okay? So, they take me out, and they're escorting me. And there's 2 guards in front, there's 1 at the side of me, and there's 2 behind. Now, they're moving me along this corridor, and then suddenly it gets to this doorway, which is really, really bright. And you can tell it's the first thing in the morning. Must have been 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning in Israel. And I can smell the olives and the in some sort of olive trees not far away, but I can smell them, and I love olives. So I know that smell distinctly, and I can smell these olive trees. And then I'm being turned to go down like this other type corridor, this like an outside corridor, which is got these overhangs, and they're leading me towards this courtyard, which is enclosed. It's quite a big courtyard, but it's enclosed. And I still see this guard in my peripheral vision. I'm thinking, who is he? And next thing I know is these guards try to force me onto my knees. Now, just in front of me, there's like a stone. And the stone itself is kind of smoothed over. It's been there for a very, very long time. This smooth stone. But there's like a dip. And in this dip, in the center of the stone, you can see these grooves, right? Where obviously there's been axes going down onto the stone. And it was like, like little black marks. There's obviously dried blood that's gone into the grooves of the stone. And some of the ground around it it's like tainted or tinted from this amount of blood that's gone there for ages and ages and ages. Now the thing is, the guard that was walking alongside of me, he knelt down as well, at the side of me. Now, they were trying to push me, these other guys who were trying to push me, said to put my head on this stone. I thought, I'm not putting my head on the stone. No. Yeah. And I was smiling. I thought, no, you're not doing it this way. Yeah, I'm not going to put my head on that stone. And so I thought, I'm going to pray. Yeah. And so I'm putting my hands up and I'm doing the Lord's Prayer in my head. And next thing I can see is this guard is emulating me. And before I know it, I get this thud. Very, very, very quick thud at the back of my neck. And next minute, boom, gone. Now that blew me away. Then it went to this other scene. And it's in the New Kingdom. And I think it's one of the ones that, I'll be looking after. Because I'm on this podium. And I can see thousands of people in front of me. All looking at me while I'm on this podium. And I'm up there and I'm explaining the tree of life leaves to them. What its purpose for, how they can purchase them with the currency. What it does. I'm explaining a lot of things to these new people. Now, I'm suddenly getting this prod. Like somebody's really sticking the hand in my side. And it's annoying me. So eventually I look down. Now, as I'm looking down, I see this demon. And he's looking up at me. Not a very nice thing to look at, but he's looking up at me. And he's turned around, and I can't say too much about what he actually said, but he's more or less saying, you want to be like that, you're basically going to feel it. And before I knew it, he's got my hand inside his, he's grabbed hold of my hand. And his hand's horrible, right? Really elongated fingernails. And and what he did is he actually grabbed it here, right? You can see that? All right, that way, yeah. And he put his finger, this really long finger, in this central part. And as I looked again, that finger changed. And it became I'm just trying to get the camera right here, became a very, very long nail. Hold on. It's hard to do with the camera. Right there, okay, there. Right, in length, and it's very elongated, but it has like a smooth top, right? So it's like a T shape, and then it goes down in the long stretch, and that he was actually being inserted right into my hand. As he did this, I felt excruciating pain in that point, and it wouldn't let up. To the point where the pain was that bad, I actually woke up out of the dream. Now, you would think that the pain would be gone once I woke up, but no. It was still there. Still at the same pain level, and throughout the entire day, I have put up with that. Eventually, when it got to very late hours of that day, it eventually went. Okay, it actually subsided enough for me to cope with that pain. And I thought at the time that would be the end of it. I wouldn't go through any more about it. I've actually spoken to the Lord about this. And he's told me something very interesting. And then recently, again, I had this dream. But this time, as I'm speaking to the people, he's suddenly grabbed hold of me, this demon. He's dragging me away. So the scene's changed, and it looks deserty. from what I can look at, what I'm looking at, and there's a pole there, right? A normal pole, and he's put me up against it, and he's put my hands up there like that to make sure I can't sort of move away. Next thing I know, he's got these nails again. And this time it's 2 nails, and he's putting them in my feet. Now, I'm going to try and get the camera. So, right, okay. So just say that's my foot, and then you've got the ankle, and then goes up to my leg. Yeah. Well, just here, right where the foot bends. Okay, that is where the nail was inserted in each foot, and that was agony. That was absolute sheer agony. And so as I'm trying to get off my feet, away from pull myself up to take this pain off my feet, I'm then feeling this very sticky, very horrible thing on my back. And every time I'm moving up to try and release, it's like stinging the heck out of me, like I'm like ripping the skin. And I didn't know what was worse, actually pulling myself up to relieve my feet, or when I put my feet down, the pain in my feet gets worse. And again, it was excruciating. And he let me go, and the next thing I know, I'm having this vision of people that were going about their business, totally unaware of what was going to happen. And then these sirens go off. And as the sirens go off, you then have this horrible silence. It's eerie. It's like, when if you've ever seen a eclipse, and how cold and how quiet, not even birds or insects squeak. It was that kind of horrible silence. Next thing I know is that this nuke goes off, and there's people trying to dive for cover, trying to grab hold of, like, if they're indoors, they're trying to get duvets to shove over their heads, or pulling up the mattress off the beds and trying to cover themselves with it. So it was a horrible thing to actually witness. I don't know where it was that this happened, but it was not a very nice thing to see. And I had to try and pull myself out of this dream. But the reason why I'm bringing this up today, because I have spoken to the Lord about it, and from what I've experienced with that pain in the hand, with that pain in the feet, my back feeling like it's been ripped to shreds. And I said to him, I said, I can get some idea as to the pain and the suffering you went through when you gave your life for everyone. I truly understand it. But do you truly understand the pain and the suffering and the sheer torment that he went through for you, for every single one of you? It's a thing to really think about and to take into your hearts. It's still cracking me up now that how it's made me feel. And I've only had a tiny taster of what he went through. So much suffering, so much pain. And then he's being on there and mocked by the soldiers and the Sanhedrin while he's on the cross and the mob. And yet he's taking it, and he's taken it for you, to endure for you. So I just wanted you to have some sort of understanding and think hard about your life. Think hard about the people that you love, you care for, to guide them on the right path. I would like to finish this time with the Lord's Prayer, if I may. And I hope that you will do this with me. Okay? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day the food we need, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And I will say, love God, love each other. Amen. And may God bless you.